Hey there, good people of the internet. I thought I'd follow up on where I left off. Trying to collect this armor set, which is completely black, but it is, in fact, when the camera gets right, the Dresden 7, as I incorrectly said Dresden last video, is the Dresden 7 style set. Now, it's a particularly difficult set to get, which I've explained previously, but for any of you coming fresh to this one, because of the legs, they're based within the Tomorrow district within Metropolis, and trying to complete that collection while not going insane is a task in itself, because unlike this one, as you can see, there's a collectible right over there, which my character's just covering up there. Seeing that now in Gotham is really simple, but, and I kid you not, to do the collections in the Tomorrow district will require you to be roughly on a par with the highest buildings, sorry, and again, sorry, which will mean looking out for that collectible, which is just about visible there, that little white spot just ahead of my character right there, trying to pick that out while not going insane trying to do so is, like I've said, a skill in itself. So I thought, before I even get to the hardest ones, boom, do the easiest ones, which involves flying around the east end of Gotham, collecting the No Man's Land collectibles. Now these, hopefully this one will actually show me. You never know, it might do, it might not. And we then collect it. Yay! Well, that was just plain luck. Right, this is part of, let me see, the East Side Maskers gang patch, part of the No Man's Land collection. There you go. It's in focus a little bit more. I do apologise for the video quality, people. I'm recording this on my iPhone. I just thought I'd add this up fairly quickly because, well, there are quite a few comments about where to get some of these collectibles from, but I don't actually feel that they're adequate in detail. So I thought I'd fly around these districts and try and collect them all, or at least show you the positions where some of these collectibles are. Now, the No Man's Land collection is, I think, aside from the Wayne Tech watches, one of the easiest collections to do. Specifically because it's in Gotham and it's nighttime and you can easily spot those collectibles. Now, so I'm just going to, before I even move from where I am now, go straight to the map. Okay, this little place here, sorry for the squeaking chair, is where you should start off. You're going to pretty much do this, go all over there and back round. You're not going to go here because, well, I'll show you, but you need to do a loop. Once you do that loop, you'll be fine. Okay, there are usually collectibles right here, but not this time. Hopefully, when we come back round. You can find one on the ground here, sometimes. There's one. Explosive 8 of diamonds. That's the Joker's trick cards collection. There's another one down here on the floor again. I'm just going to take this slow because, well, it'll be easier for you guys. That occasionally there are some collectibles around this area. This is just down by the docks, as you can see. There are boats in the background. I'll get on to what that is in a second. You probably got the game and know what exabytes are, but they're the bane of most collectible freaks' life, because in Metropolis they actually look a little bit like the collectibles you're looking for, but they're not. Alright, that is a briefing, which I've already got. While I'm here, I'm just gonna, sorry about this, settings, audio, refining filter, no, that's not what I want, that's what I want, effects, music, right down low, accept. I do not want this video being knocked off. Right. That's the exabyte I told you about. You can usually spot one down here by this guy. On the roof. Not on the floor, on the roof. Next to the hood. I have a little Thunderbirds reference there. In Super Mario Nation. Okay. Right, sorry for the control. I'm actually directing on my PlayStation 3 all buttons at the same time. Now I've come over here because really, but sometimes really, there have been collectibles on the bows of these boats. So be aware of that. Now the trickiest, and there is always one collectible that is tricky, is here. Right between that building site, and these two boats, one will appear down there. Now, my advice to you is, for the love of all that is holy, do not take supersonic speed. If you plan on doing any collectibles of any sort, here's one, do not take supersonic. Believe me, it will wreck your life, because you'll, if you're using a high-spec PC, fine, use supersonic. You'll actually be possibly okay. But if you're like me and you've got a PS3, the loading times for some, and there's another one, the loading times for some of these things are horrendous. Now, I bet you're wondering why I've got these goofy looking blue and red boots on. The East Side Maskers gang patch, that's part of the collection that we're actually looking for. Now I've got these goofy looking boots on because the No Man's Land collection, shaking camera, the No Man's Land collection relates directly towards the collection of those boots.